best team out of the 400 that started practice way back and the district into this building here in Des Moines, Iowa tonight. And stay tuned now for some exciting basketball.
March 14th, 1970, the finals of the Iowa Girls High School Basketball Tournament. A sellout crowd of 15,000 is jamming its way into the auditorium to witness the championship game of this basketball classic, the 45th annual edition, largest and oldest of its kind in the nation. The cheerleaders of the competing schools reflect the color and excitement of the state meet, and the two teams playing for the title tonight represent the hopes and dreams of close to 400 schools that started down the tournament trail some 6 weeks ago. The championship game itself is out of the classic mold. The overwhelming favorite, defending champion Montezuma, winner of 60 straight games against the Cinderella team of the tournament, Manilla, an unranked aggregation of sharpshooters from western Iowa who have blasted the rated powers right and left since coming to state. Experts feel Montezuma is one of the best coached, most organized teams of all time. Yet, many sense Manilla has the momentum tonight to spring an upset. Girls basketball is as much a part of the state of Iowa as the state fair. Its popularity stems from the very roots of the state. More than anything else, it's an extension of the pride and desire for recognition that each town and each school possesses. And the culmination by reaching this tournament is an emotional experience that few other sports events can rival. The towns that sent these girls to state are tied up with them. They identify with them. They suffer through each setback with them. And they explode with joy with them at each victory. But the popularity of girls basketball extends far beyond the towns in which these teams that are playing in this tournament are located. The whole state of Iowa, and to a large extent, the entire Midwest, have taken this tournament to their hearts, as witness the fact that this game tonight will receive more television and radio coverage than any other single sports event all year long within the state of Iowa. Along with the emotion and the color of the tournament, there's the quality of play itself. Girls basketball is a fast-moving action sport with the emphasis on passing and shooting. The Sweet 16 at state this year boasts one girl with an average of over 50 points a game, another averaging 49, three more hitting better than 35. Tonight, we will see the best. Cover girl Jane Intelkoffer of Monticello exemplifies the best. All of Des Moines opens its arms to the girls when they come to town, and one of the annual highlights is the Thursday morning breakfast hosted by the Retail Merchants Bureau of the Chamber of Commerce. Tournament queen Jackie Jacobson of Twin Rivers, a standout basketball player who also ranks second in her class, is her school's candidate for Outstanding Teenager of America Award. The auditorium is in readiness for the title game. And track champion Kay Bruce of Nishna Valley keeps the crowd in readiness with some exciting pregame acrobatics. The all-tournament team is announced first, captained by everybody's all-stater, Sandy Van Cleve of Montezuma, a great all-round performer. Only a junior, she's averaging close to 32 points a game for the season and 45 a game here at state. Forward Brenda Moeller of Wapsie Valley, also a junior, 5'11", who hit her peak with 55 points in the quarterfinals as her team lost to Montezuma by 1 point, 89-88. Chris Westfall of Midland of Wyoming, a great overall player who scored 3,400 points in leading her team to state. 6'1" Barb Wishmeyer of Mediapolis rounds out the front court. Only a junior, she was a first-team All-Stater last year at guard. The all-tournament guard court includes Mary Minner of Montezuma, 5'7" senior who starred as a #1 reserve last year. Meg Hennessy of Manilla, a quick-handed, fast-moving gal who stars on Manilla's championship track team also. Linda Goodwin of Mediapolis, 5'5" junior, whose work at state has been outstanding. And Glenda Moeller of Wapsie Valley, the 5'11" older sister of Brenda. A real dream team to make any coach's eyes light up. Now let's meet the rest of the Sweet 16 in the traditional Parade of Champions. Wearing red and black, this Central Iowa team made their second appearance in the state tournament field. They were led by the state's 5th leading scorer this season and were the 9th team in offensive average. Only 3 starters graduate, so they may be back next year. Coach Larry Niemeyer and the Adele Tigerettes. You could label this squad the Cinderella team of 1970. 4 years ago, these girls could come to the state tournament only as spectators. This year, they won their spot on the state tournament field. In their first appearance in the state meet, only their 3rd season of play, Coach Jan McClelland and the Albia Demons. Wearing red and white with a squad that featured balanced scoring all year, here's another Central Iowa contender. This is their 2nd trip to the state tournament. They have a good nucleus for next year. Here's Coach Jerry Kindart and the Ballard of Huxley Bomberettes. Was the 7th highest in the state. They had the state's number 3 scorer, and they're a young team. They returned 4 of their top 6, including the top scorer. Meet Coach Dixie Morrison and the Dunlap Bulldogettes. This is probably the smallest starting lineup in the field. The Tigerettes came to state for the 3rd time. Although small in size, they were probably the quickest team in the field. Wearing the red and black from Central Iowa, Coach Norman Dale and the Gilbert Tigerettes. The 4th-rated team in the state and losing only once prior to tournament time, this is a high-scoring outfit and also had an excellent defense. The group compiled 25 wins before losing in the quarterfinals. Coach Jerry Carson and Midland of Wyoming Eaglettes. 5 times in the last 10 years, this team has been at state. They're one of the finest in Northwest Iowa. Wearing red and white, members of the Twin Lakes Conference, Coach Les Lammers and the Pocahontas Maidens. Here's a tall and talented team from Northwest Iowa with a high-scoring outfit. They're champions of the Sweet Sioux Conference. Here's Coach Don Davis and the Sanborn Bulldogettes. The first trip to state is always a bit scary, but this squad survived the first round and gave their all in the quarterfinals before losing. They won 25 games while losing only 3 for the year, had a well-balanced scoring attack. Wearing orange and black, co-champions of the Cedar-Wapsie Conference, Coach David Van Ahn and the Trapola Pantherettes. 2 teams from the Twin Lakes Conference made it to the Sweet 16, a quick, agile forward court and an excellent back court. They went all the way to the quarterfinals. Wearing black and gold, Coach Don Butcher and Twin Rivers of Bode Pirates. Double trouble was the rule with our next contender. 2 sets of sisters, including a set of twins, just doubled the problems for opponents. Their forward court rebounded as well as any seen in recent years. From the Cedar-Wapsie Conference and the 2nd team from the league to make it to the Final 16, Coach Bob Allen and the Wapsie Valley Warriorettes. No team has ever come to the state tournament more times than this squad, 16 times, and they've appeared that many times in the tournament and twice have been champions. They're attired in maroon and white. They can score, and they return 4 of their 6 starters. Next year, look again for Coach Bo Brenneman and the Wellsburg Warriorettes. Now let's meet champions of all 9 sports of the Iowa Girls High School Union. A new school in girls athletics, Hoover High of Des Moines, girls state swimming champions. Meet Coach Pat Bloomkamp and the Hoover Marlins. The first championship in any sport was claimed by this school this past fall. In the fall softball tournament, the team defeated defending champions to advance to the crown. Their season record, 22-1. Coach Merrill Hyde and the Central of Elkader Warriorettes. This is the 2nd year for field hockey as a championship sport. The sport is played on a football-sized field with ice hockey-style goals. Meet Coach Rush Johnson and the West High of Davenport Falcons. Later tonight, their basketball team plays for the championship. Meet the state indoor track champions of 1969, Coach Larry Bullock and the Manilla Hawkettes. Same school as before, only this time outdoors. Again, Coach Bullock and Manilla. The fall softball champions, they're back again this year, this time as summer softball champions. Meet Coach Bob Allen and Wapsie Valley. The 1969 gymnastic champions, Washington of Cedar Rapids. The first volleyball championship was held in 1970. Here's Coach Betty Smith and West High of Davenport. Their second state championship in golf was claimed last spring by this school. Here's Coach Gene Perotti and Dubuque Wallert. This was their first year for cross country, and they won the title, Coach Dick Pollitt and the BGM Bears. Mrs. Floyd Kirsten and the state doubles tennis champions from Waterloo, Columbus. Singles champion in tennis from Des Moines Roosevelt, Bev Buckley and Coach Joe Smith. State distance running champion Chris Gemberling and Coach Ross Samuelson from Lake City. The golf medalist making a return. Here's Coach Richard Christie and Cedar Rapids, Washington's Sue Harmon. All right, let's look at all the champions of all the sports of the 9 different sporting events sponsored by the Athletic Union. In the consolation game held earlier tonight, Mediapolis defeated Farragut 93-84. The big moment, the starting lineup for the championship game. For Montezuma at forward, Sandy Van Cleve, 5'8" junior. Kathy Meisner, 5'5" junior. Peg Watts, 5'5" junior. In the backcourt, Mary Minner, 5'7" senior. Vicki Arneman, 5'7" junior. Debbie Stripling, 5'8" sophomore. For the Manilla Hawkettes at forward, Patty Rosterman, 5'7" junior. Gail Ehrenholtz, 5'7" junior. Vicki Oberding, 5'5" sophomore. In the guard court, Becky Sonkson, 5'8" senior. Meg Hennessy, 5'6" junior. And Marcia Thompson, 5'5" senior. Montezuma coach Carol Rugland and Manilla coach Larry Bullock. Now we're ready for play-by-play. Commentary by this reporter, Jim Zabel, exactly as presented on a 9-station Midwest network.
Ladies and gentlemen, and here's the big moment. The championship of girls basketball in Iowa for 1970 at stake. And we have the classic meeting between the Cinderella Club, that would be Manila, and the team that has been established as the overwhelming favorite, and it's Montezuma, the Bravettes, putting the ball in play in their forecourt. Meisner, number 33, over to Watts. Back to Meisner again. She takes the first shot of the ball game, and it's no good. And there's Meg Hennessy, number 10, one of the quickest little guards in the state tournament, with that rebound. One of the tests is going to be, can the guard court of Manila, with that tremendous quickness and speed, handle the power of the Montezuma forwards. Now, the guards of Montezuma wrestling around for that ball, and once again, they get it away. They're a very aggressive bunch of guards. Mary Minner, one of the top guards in the state tournament field, number 11. Number 35 is Vicki Arneman. Number 51 is Roxanne Dalby. She has the ball right now. Over to Meisner across the line. Back to Watts. To Meisner again, number 33. Watts. Meisner. Trying to work that ball in. Foul is called. First foul of the ball game on Becky Sonkson. Number 40. Consolation championship tonight was won by Mediapolis, 93-84 over Farragut. 2-shot foul. The game is still scoreless with 54 seconds gone from the start. Jam-packed auditorium tonight here in Des Moines, Iowa. Over 15,000 fans. Neither score is good, and there's Meg Hennessy, number 10, with that rebound. Marcia Thompson, number 44. Ball batted out of her hand. Touched by Kathy Meisner, so it's going to be thrown in by Becky Sonkson. Well, we have it now in the forecourt. Oberding to Gail Ehrenholtz. Her hook shot comes up there with too much force. So far, it's been a game of the guards. Arneman with the rebound. To Van Cleve, to Meisner. To Van Cleve again. Baseline shot, Van Cleve. And she forced the shot. It's no good. The ball loose. Meisner has the rebound, number 33, over to Watts. To Meisner. This time she's open on her drive, and a foul on Meg Hennessy. The basket count. Both teams extremely quick. Meisner will be shooting one. Trying to get a three-point play out of this. Foul is on number 10, Meg Hennessy. It's a three-point lead for the gals from Montezuma, the Bravettes, defending champions, trying to become the winningest basketball team of all time. They've already won 60 in a row. Now it's Manilla on the counterattack. Rosterman back. Here's Rosterman down the lane. Her shot is good. And it's a 3-2 ball game as Rosterman scores. Patty Rosterman, number 22. Van Cleve with the ball, number 55. Back to Peg Watts. Meisner on the drive. To Watts. To Meisner. Van Cleve fights for the rebound, and so does Hennessy. And Hennessy picks up her second straight foul as she reaches in. And that could be trouble for Manilla. At the line. Van Cleve's free throw, no good. Rebound is picked up by Marcia Thompson. Songson throws it across the line. Aaron Holtz back to Oberding. They scramble for it, and it's a tied-up ball, a jump. Roxanne Dalby will jump opposite Patty Rosterman, number 22. And the ball is out of bounds, and a foul on number 35, Vicki Arneman. So at the free throw line, it's going to be Vicki Oberding. And she has a chance to tie it up here with 5:43 gone from so far defensively played ball game for the state championship of 1970. First one is no good. She gets another whack at it. Neither one is good. Mary Minner with that rebound, number 11. To Dalby. To Minner. To Van Cleve. Meisner over to Watts. Ball ripped out of Watts' hand. It's loose, a jump ball. Both guard courts and both forward courts extremely quick. These are two excellent ball clubs meeting tonight for the championship. The tip controlled by Van Cleve to Meisner to Van Cleve. The pass goes over Van Cleve's head. And so with a score of 3-2 out of the backcourt, Hennessy throws the ball in, and a foul called on Meisner, number 33. Hennessy threw the ball into Becky Songson. Now we move into forecourt where Gail Ehrenholtz will throw it in. Larry Bullock, the coach for Manilla, and Carol Rugland, the coach for Montezuma. Ehrenholtz ties the score at 3. Mary Minner to Roxanne Dalby. Back to Minner again. Over to Van Cleve, and here is Sandy Van Cleve, who got 57 points in the semis last night. Sandy looking for her first point, and she doesn't get it that one. Meisner on the follow-through, pops it through. 5-3, very well balanced front court for Montezuma, and very unselfish. Rosterman with the ball along the baseline. Back to Ehrenholtz. She tries to shoot in and through and travels with the ball as it comes down again. So it'll be Minner throwing it out of the backcourt. Over to Arneman now, to Van Cleve and to Meisner. Van Cleve. Bounce pass, are they going to get it? It goes out of bounds. The pressure of the guard courts on both sides of the line being felt tonight. Some fine defensive play. 5-3 score. Meg Hennessy with the ball. Across the line. Over to Rosterman. Back to Ehrenholtz. Ehrenholtz shoots. Good. She ties the score. And it's tied now at 5. Manilla and Montezuma. 2 M's going at each other tonight. Van Cleve travels with the ball. Sandy Van Cleve trying to work her way around Meg Hennessy. Travels with the ball. So with 4:19 left to go in the first quarter, it's even Steven, 5-5. Low-scoring basketball game. Marcia Thompson to Meg Hennessy. Ball is deflected out of bounds by Van Cleve, number 55. It'll be played in the forecourt by Gail Ehrenholtz of Manila. She throws the lead pass. She has her gal open, and Rosterman is fouled by Roxanne Dalby. Patty Rosterman fouled by Roxanne Dalby. Patty Rosterman goes to the line, 5'7", 16 years old. She's just a junior for Manila. She puts Manila ahead. The Hawkettes lead here, 6-5 over Montezuma. 7-5. Manila leading. Mary Minner. Traveling is called on Dalby as Vicki Oberding puts some pressure on her. So Oberding throws the ball to Ehrenholtz. Back again to Oberding. Here's Oberding. Starts her run. She shoots a short jumper. Rebound is picked off by Arneman. To Minner. To Dalby. Van Cleve has it, number 55. To Watts. To Meisner. To Van Cleve, and the ball picked off by Meg Hennessy, who's done such a brilliant job in this tournament so far. To Sonksen. Across the line now. Aaron Holtz. Drive-in layup shot. No good. She hits it with too much force. That was Patty Rosterman, number 22. Van Cleve to Watts. To Van Cleve again. Van Cleve gets her first two-pointer. Sandy Van Cleve makes it a 7-7 ball game. Mary Minner comes up with the interception. Watts to Meisner. As Montezuma starts to go to work with that pressure offense now. Watts to Meisner. And the rebound picked off by Becky Sonksen. Look at her whip that ball across the line. Here's the fast break. Oberding tries to get in and under. Back to Aaron Holtz. She shoots. Rims out and down. And it's Arneman with the rebound. To Van Cleve. To Watts. Back again to Meisner. Van Cleve. Guarded by Hennessy. They fight for the rebound, and Watts takes it. To Meisner. Shot good. And now Montezuma takes the lead, 9-7. Into forecourt. Pass, foul on Minner. Pass to Gail Aaron-Holtz, foul on Mary Minner, as she grabbed in there. So Aaron-Holtz will now go to the line. 9-7 is the score, 2:26 left to go in the first quarter. And the free throw, no good. And Mary Minner with a rebound. To Roxanne Dalby. Watts, and over to Meisner. Back to Watts again. Peg Watts hops in and out, and Hennessy is fouled by Van Cleve. Meg Hennessy fouled by Sandy Van Cleve. Sandy's the star post forward, of course. She's only a junior. Both of these teams have only two seniors on them. The 1-1 in effect. Gail Aaron-Holtz will be at the line. 9-8 ball game. She can tie it if she makes this. 2:12 left to go in the first quarter. And the game is tied at 9. Mary Minner will throw the ball in. High pass across the line. It might be intercepted. It might go out of bounds, and it does go out of bounds. Van Cleve unable to make a save on it, so Meg Hennessy will now throw it in for the Hawkettes of Manila. The gals in white and green against the gals in blue. Sonksen across the line. The ball batted back again. Beautiful play underneath to Meisner, and she can't get the ball through the hoop. And it's Meg Hennessy, and a foul being called on number 33, Meisner. Meisner picks up her second foul. Score tied at 9, and Gail Aaron-Holtz will go to the line for Manila, shooting a 1-1. 5 points now for Aaron-Holtz. She puts Manila ahead again by a score of 10-9. 1:54 left to play in the first quarter. It's an 11-9 game. Manila leading the defending state champion, Montezuma. Bravettes, who are going for their 61st victory in a row. Dalby gets it across the line to Meisner. Watts back to Meisner again. To Van Cleve. Forcing Van Cleve to shoot out of position and giving him just one shot. Now it goes across the line, and a foul, number 3, is called on Meisner. 3 fouls on Meisner. So once again we move into the forecourt, and the 1-1 applies. And at the charity line, it'll be Gail Aaron-Holtz, number 20. For Manila. 16 years old. Shot is no good. There's Minner with it, number 11. Watts to Meisner. To Van Cleve. Van Cleve finds the range. And it's an 11-11 ball game with 1:17 left to go in the first quarter. Gail Aaron-Holtz. Over to Vicky Oberding and back to Aaron-Holtz again. Shot is partially blocked. Ball is picked off in midair by Arneman to Mary Minner. Bounce pass to Van Cleve. The Bravettes with it in forecourt. Meisner. Van Cleve. And the rebound, they're giving her just one shot. Marcia Thompson that time got it, number 44. Over to Becky Sonksen. Herrenholtz. Drive-in attempt. No good by Oberding. Drove in a little bit too much force that time. Rebounded by Arneman. Meisner. Watts. To Meisner again. Here's Meisner. And Montezuma goes ahead now, 13-11, 20 seconds to go in the first quarter. High pass and underneath, an open shot. This time they make it. Patty Rosterman, that's their favorite play. When they get one of the forwards in behind, they tie the score now at 13. Meisner with the basketball, 7 seconds to go in the quarter. Van Cleve. Give her just one shot again, and it's Marcia Thompson with the rebound. And so at the end of the first quarter, even Steven, score is Montezuma 13 and Manilla 13. You might be interested to know that in her semifinal victory over unbeaten Mediapolis, 91-78, Sandy Van Cleve had 24 points at the end of the first quarter. Right now, she has 4 points at the end of this first quarter. Score tied at 13. Manilla in the light uniforms, Montezuma in the dark blue. Ball will be put in play again as they retain possession between quarters. Sonksen looks over there, throws across the line. Hennessy throws into forecourt. Ehrenholtz shovels it underneath, putting some pressure on Ehrenholtz's shot. Rebounded by Arneman. And Arneman travels with the ball. So it's going to go right back over to the Hawkettes. Ehrenholtz and Oberding. And now Rosterman. Here's Ehrenholtz. Shot is short. Hits the underside of the ring, and Dalby has the rebound. She travels with the ball. Palms the ball. Correction. So once again, it goes back to Manilla. The Hawkettes will have it. Rosterman. Ehrenholtz. Rosterman. Patty Rosterman shoots. Let's see if it's going to count. The foul is on Roxanne Dalby. I don't believe it'll count. And Rosterman will go to the line. The basket does not count. Roxanne Dalby goes out of the ballgame. Debbie Stripling comes in. Rosterman's free throw breaks the deadlock, and it's Manilla 14, Montezuma 13. She gets another one. 15-13, Manilla. Mary Minner throws the ball in. Debbie Stripling. Mary Minner, and a foul is called on number 20, Gail Ehrenholtz. She collided with Minner. So now it'll be Watts at the line, Peg Watts. Shooting for Montezuma. Peg Watts is also an underclassman. 5'5". She's a junior. The score is 15-14 in favor of Manilla. Meg Hennessy. Now the ball is thrown across the line, and the foul called on number 31, Debbie Stripling. Debbie Stripling charged with the foul, and Patty Rosterman will go to the line. She'll shoot a 1-and-1 for Manilla. Stripling with the rebound. Arneman. Back again to Mary Minner. Back over to Arneman. Across the line to Van Cleve. Meisner back to Watts. To Van Cleve. Van Cleve shoots and scores. Sandy Van Cleve makes it 16-15 in favor of Montezuma. Ehrenholtz. Rosterman. Off-balance shot. It almost goes through. The ball is loose. They scramble for it. Arneman gets the rebound away from him. Van Cleve across the line. To Meisner. To Watts. Meisner. They fight for the rebound, and the guards take it. Oberding. Ehrenholtz against Mary Minner. Arneman. Foul is stolen back again by Oberding. Underneath the Ehrenholtz. Oberding to Rosterman. She shoots. Oh, they're having trouble finding that hoop. Here's the fast break. Van Cleve is fouled by Meg Hennessy. That's 3 fouls on Hennessy. And Van Cleve gets credit for the shot. It's 18-15 in favor of Montezuma. Sandy Van Cleve will go to the line. Nice job of rebounding by Marcia Thompson to Hennessy and across the line. Vicky Oberding. Aaron Holtz. She's open. Shoots. And it's 18-17. Monty by 1. Bravettes lead by 1 point. Van Cleve to Watts. Van Cleve again. Beautiful overhand touch of Sandy Van Cleve. She now has 10 points for her team. Montezuma. Rosterman to Aaron Holtz. Open again. Arneman takes the rebound. The taller guards of Montezuma making their presence very much felt. Here's Meisner with the ball. Back to Watts. Over on the right side. Sandy Van Cleve again. Takes her a while to find her range, but when she does, she's deadly. That's Montezuma's biggest lead now, 22-17. Oberding and Rosterman has the ball. Back to Rosterman. Rosterman is fouled by Vicky Arneman. 2 fouls on Arneman. The score is Montezuma 22, Manilla 17. 2-shot foul for Rosterman. 22-18. She can pull her club up within 3 points. Mary Minner with the rebound. Arneman to Watts. Meisner back to Watts again. Here's Meisner. Ball batted out of her hand, and another foul called on Meg Hennessy. 4 fouls on Hennessy. And timeout is going to be called by Manilla. Timeout is called by Manilla with the score Montezuma 22 and Manilla 18. 22-18 is the score, front by 4 over Manilla. Meisner will be at the line with a 2-shot foul. She already has 9 points. Well-balanced front court for Montezuma. During the regular season, Meisner averaged 25, Van Cleve 31, and Peg Watts about 15 points. Watts gets that rebound to Meisner. 23-18 score. Shot is no good, but a foul is on number 44. Marcia Thompson charged with the foul. Score remains 23-18 in favor of Monty. The Bravettes leading, going for their 61st straight victory. They're 29-0 for this season. She makes it 24-18 right now. Joanne Rosterman to Sonksen. Back to Oberding. Here's Aaron Holtz. Back to Rosterman. Patty Rosterman puts it through the hoop, and it's 24-20. Montezuma with the ball. Meisner. Watts. To Van Cleve. Ball bounces high. Becky Sonksen with the rebound. Pegs it into forecourt. Rosterman again. Minner with the rebound to Arneman. Meisner, Sandy Van Cleve, an easy one. As they put their fast break offense to use with devastating effect. 26-20, Montezuma by 6 points. Fight for the rebound is won again by Montezuma. They're giving Manilla Hawkettes just 1 shot there. There's a loose ball, and now it's Rosterman with it. Back to Aaron Holtz. And it's 26-22. Peg Watts to Van Cleve. To Meisner. All the forwards hitting well now. 28-22. Montezuma in front. Rosterman with it. Aaron Holtz. And once again, they give him just one shot with that aggressive guard work. Van Cleve, blocking foul is called on number 14, Joanne Rosterman.
Charge number 14, Rosterman. Van Cleve shooting 1 and 1.
Van Cleve goes to the line now. She'll get bonus here. She makes her first one. As they start to pull away now to a 7-point lead, 29-22. Van Cleve with the second shot. Sandy Van Cleve got only 4 points in the first quarter, now has 16 points with 2:58 left to play in the half. Now here's the fast break. Oberding underneath to Aaron Holtz. She finds the hoop, 30-24. Montezuma by 6. Peg Watts has the ball stolen away from her by Marcia Thompson. Fine defensive play. Oberding takes the ball to Rosterman. Rosterman open. And she narrows the gap to 4 points, 30-26. Exciting basketball here.
Coach Carol Rugland has an emergency talk with Kathy Meisner as the gap narrows as close as it's been in this ball game, and closer than a top-notch coach and a top-notch team likes to see. Right now, we're taking a glance at the teams as we wind up at the first half as they look from courtside. You get the feeling of the closeness of the action, the hot competition that these girls go through out there. Sandy Van Cleve, number 55, and number 33, Meisner, and number 5, Peg Watch, looking to work those plays for Montezuma. And for Manilla, the young forward court of Patty Rosterman, Gail Aaron Holtz, and Vicky Oberding as they drive in for the baskets. Very evenly matched ball clubs as they go at it, with the edge for height going to Montezuma and perhaps a little edge to quickness in some of the areas of the game going over to Manilla. But nevertheless, Montezuma is still the team to beat because they're out in front, and it's a very close match as we near the end of the first half here. And as we come to the end of the first half, it is Montezuma out in front by a score of 35-30. Sandy Van Cleve led her team with 19. Kathy Meisner had 13. Patty Rosterman high from Manila with 17. Gail Aaron Holtz had 13. Always an eagerly awaited halftime feature, the 1970 Hall of Fame is presented.
Meisner to Van Cleve. Watts gets the rebound. Now the rebound goes back over to Manilla. Marcia Thompson. Meg Hennessy's back in there playing with 4 fouls. Oberding over to Rosterman. 29% shooting in the first half, and that's been the problem with Manilla. Part of it, the defensive work of the Montezuma guards. All right, a wild fight for the rebound, and it's taken by Meisner. Back to Van Cleve again. Van Cleve's free throw, her shot is no good. Marcia Thompson over to Sonkson into the forecourt. Here's Oberding, drives down once again. She misses on that shot, and it's a foul on Patty Rosterman. In the first half, Manilla hit only 9 of 31 shots for 29.3%. Montezuma hit 14 out of 28 for 50%. Watts' free throw is good. It's a 6-point lead now for Montezuma, 36-30. Ball deflected out of bounds by Van Cleve. As Marcia Thompson was throwing it over the line. Oberding will throw it in now to Patty Rosterman. Here's Gail Aaron Holtz with it, guarded by Mary Minner. Aaron Holtz tries to lob it underneath. Back again, Rosterman open. Good. 36-32. Montezuma by 4. Meisner with the ball. To Van Cleve. They fight for the rebound, and it's taken again. Sonkson with it to Meg Hennessy. And a foul is called on Van Cleve. Fouling Hennessy. 2 fouls on Van Cleve. Gail Aaron Holtz will go to the line with 1 shot. She can cut the game to a 3-pointer. Now a foul is called on Patty Rosterman of the forward court of Manilla for reaching in there. After Montezuma had possession of the ball, Peg Watts will go to the line. Number 5. Both teams are called at the free throw line, and a line violation is called. in the lane too soon. Line violation, so she gets another chance at it. Peg Watts will shoot. This time she makes it. 37-32, a 5-point lead for Montezuma. Ball pops out of the control of Marcia Thompson. Thompson loses control of the ball, so that gives it another turnover to Montezuma. Here's Van Cleve to Meisner. Over to Van Cleve again. Ball goes out of, no, they make a save on it, and Watts comes up with it. And Montezuma takes advantage of that particular play to score 2 more points, 39-32. Now underneath, Gail Ehrenholz tries a shot. It's no good. She's fouled by Mary Minner. Ehrenholz will go to the line. 2 shots for Gail Ehrenholz. 5:50 to play in the third quarter. Manilla extremely cold, both at the line and from the field. But she rebounds her shot. Now she makes up for the 2 lost points. 39-34. Montezuma's out in front. Meisner with the ball. Over to Van Cleve. Meisner gets on the inside that time, and that's a deadly shot she's got when she gets down in there. 41-34. Rosterman over to Oberding. Gail Ehrenholz has it. Screens, and Rosterman shoots. A little bit short. It'll be a jump ball. Mary Minner is tied up with Gail Ehrenholz. 15,000 fans wedged into the auditorium tonight for this one. Scramble for the ball, and it's taken away by Rosterman. Here's Ehrenholz, drives in, the carry-up shot, no good, but she rebounds her own shot. Rosterman has the ball pounded away from her, and it goes out of bounds, and a foul called on Debbie Stripling. Debbie Stripling charged with her second foul for pushing there. And that'll put Patty Rosterman at the line. Roxanne Dalby now coming in for Stripling in the Montezuma backcourt. Monty leading 41-34. 1 shot coming. Okay, this is a foul now on Patty Rosterman, number 22, as she tried to get the ball away from Roxanne Dalby. 3 fouls on Rosterman. 5:04 left to play in the third quarter. And Peg Watts will go to the line. (42-34), an 8-point lead. Trying to move it out of the backcourt. Here's Sonksen with it. High pass, deflected out of bounds by Van Cleve. It'll be thrown in by Gail Ehrenholz. Montezuma led 35-30 at halftime. The score was tied 13-13 at the first quarter. There's the ball deflected away. Nice play by Mary Minner. Minner comes up with a pass. She throws it into forecourt, intercepted back again by Sonksen. And now a foul is called on Mary Minner. Foul number 3 on Minner. Gail Ehrenholz will go to the line. 1 shot coming for Ehrenholz. Very cold shooting for Manilla. Okay, here's Mary Minner with the ball. Cross-court pass over to Van Cleve. Meisner. Here's Watts with it. Look at that ball roll around the lip of the basket and down. It's loose, and it's taken away and across the line by Manilla. The fast break, Vicky Oberding. Back to Ehrenholz, and Ehrenholz is fouled by Roxanne Dalby. 3 fouls on Roxanne Dalby. Timeout is called by Manilla. With the score, Montezuma 42, Manilla 34. Manilla, partly through the tight guarding and maybe partly because they're just off in shooting, made only 29% of their shots in the first half. Right now, Gail Ehrenholz will go to the line with a 1-and-1 for Manilla. The Hawkettes at the line. Finds the range again. She gets another one. 42-35. Now, Arneman with the rebound for Monty. Mary Minner. The ball is loose, and it's stolen back by Gail Aaronholtz underneath. And once again, shooting too quickly, Vicki Oberding hits the underside of the ring to Sandy Van Cleve. Back to Meisner and over to Watts. Back and down again, and the rebound picked off by Marcia Thompson. Gail Aaronholtz. Right into the hands of Arneman and across the line to Van Cleve again. Here's Meisner with it to Van Cleve. She decides to shoot, and it's short, and a great rebound job there by Sonksen across the line to Gail Aaronholtz, and on the right side to Patty Rosterman. Good. 42-37. We have a 5-point ball game here. 3:34 to play in the third period. Watts with it. Off to Van Cleve. To Watts. And a fight on the rebound, and a foul is called on Meisner. 4 fouls on Meisner of Montezuma. Gail Aaronholtz will go to the line for a 1-and-1. Now a chance to cut this to a 3-point ball game. Aaronholtz will shoot. Wait. Monty in front. Manilla pulling up. 42-39. 3:32. Let's go in this third quarter. This game is far from over with. Across the line to Meisner. She's playing with 4 fouls now. Watts to Meisner. Back to Watts again. To Meisner. She puts it over the lip of the basket and through. 44-39. Ball deflected by Mary Minner. And a great defensive play by Minner, one of the top guards in this tournament. As she comes up with a steal for the Montezuma Bravettes. To Van Cleve. Watts to Van Cleve, and look at this play by Van Cleve. The ball pops in and out. Meg Hennessy with the rebound. Very quickly they move it across the line. Oberding. Back again to Patty Rosterman. Rosterman back out in front to Gail Aaronholtz. There's Aaronholtz. Banks it off the glass and right down into the arms of Arneman. Forecourt now for Montezuma. Meisner with the ball to Watts. To Meisner. Looking for Van Cleve. Meisner decides to shoot, and she hits it. Montezuma goes in a scoring barrage here. They now lead by 7, 46-39. Gail Aaronholtz tries to bounce pass, and Arneman steals the ball away. Great defensive play by the Montezuma guards here during this last splurge. There's Van Cleve underneath to Meisner, and he finds the opening around Hennessy. 48-39 as Monty opens up their biggest lead. In the forecourt now. Aaronholtz finally hooks one through. 48-41. Watts over to Meisner. To Van Cleve. And Van Cleve forcing her shot a bit, but Meisner in a great rebounding job has it back over to Watts and back to Meisner, and now Van Cleve. This time, good inside screening on the rebounding. Sonksen, number 40, pegs it over the line. Underneath to Rosterman, and Rosterman is fouled by Roxanne Dolby. Patty Rosterman picks up foul number 4. 114. Fouls could still be a factor in this ball game, very definitely, because we are not yet at the end of the third quarter. 1-and-1 shot for Patty Rosterman. 48-42. Montezuma still leading. Manilla's second shot is up. Ball deflected out of the court, and Rosterman has it again. To Gail Aaronholtz. Back to Rosterman. The ball is loose, and now Dalby has it to Mary Minner. Meisner to Watts to Van Cleve. Whistle blows, and a foul is called on number 44, Marcia Thompson, in the backcourt of Manila. Picks up her third foul, and that'll put Meisner at the line. 48-42 score. Monty out in front, 1-shot foul. Meisner will shoot it. 49-42. Sonksen throws the ball all the way across the line. Here's the fast break, and once again it's Dalby coming up with an intercepted pass. Tremendous defensive play by this Montezuma guards. Over to Meisner. Back to Peg Watts. Now here's Van Cleve. She shoots. It's good. And Montezuma races away to another 9-point lead with Manilla calling timeout. The score is Montezuma 51 and Manilla 42. Fans of both of these schools are really laying on with the cheers and the applause. Two excellent ball clubs, and the guard court of Montezuma has made the difference here in the third period. Sandy Van Cleve so far has scored only 1 goal in the third period of play, but the guards have made the difference. All right, here's Meg Hennessy, number 10, as they two-time her. She lobs it across the line to Aaron Holtz once again to Patty Rostemuth. Rostemuth travels with the ball. Dalby playing an excellent game, number 51, along with Mary Minner. Arneman throws the ball across the line, stolen away by Hennessy. Okay, with 18 seconds to go in the third period, here's a pass right into the arms of Arneman. Gail Aaronholtz again passes to Arneman. Ball is loose on the court, picked up by Dalby. A foul on Aaronholtz. Foul on Gail Aaronholtz. 51-42 score. 1-1 shot coming. Peg Watts drops it through. 10-point lead now for Monty. Make it 11. 53-42, and that's the way they come at you. Slowly opening up that lead. Over to Songson. Now into forecourt to Aaronholtz, to Oberding. And there's the end of the third quarter. No effort to score because they do retain possession in girls' ball between quarters. All right, the score at the end of the third quarter of the state championship game of Iowa 1970 is Montezuma 53, Manilla 40. It's the fourth and final quarter. Everything that these coaches and these girls have worked for since they started practice back in October is on the line right now. 53-42, Montezuma leads by 11. Gail Aaronholtz with the ball in forecourt to Patty Rostemuth. Rostemuth drives in and shoots and scores for Manilla. 53-44. Monty with the ball in forecourt. Going for victory number 61 here, Meisner. 55-44 as they match goals. Gail Aaronholtz. Ball, look at the guards operate there, and they almost get it away from her. Arneman back again out to Aaronholtz. Forcing him to shoot over those tall, outstretched arms. Roxanne Dalby. Across the line to Van Cleve. Here's the fast break. Sandy Van Cleve fails to get the ball through the hoop, and it goes out of bounds. It'll be played in by Meg Hennessy. There's Hennessy throwing it in. Back to Songson. To Thompson, to Songson. And they can't control it. And once again, it's Dalby coming up with it. Arneman bats it out of bounds. It'll be back in the forecourt now of... going to put it in the defensive court. Songson will throw it in. She does throw it in. And a foul is called on Mary Minner, number 11. Songson throwing the ball in to Aaronholtz, and a foul called on Minner. 4 fouls on Minner. 1-1 is now in effect. Exactly 7 minutes to play. Gail Aaronholtz is at the line for Manilla. The Hawkettes trailing here by 11. And they can't buy a bucket. Mary Minner with it, 11. Meisner back to Watts. Now to Van Cleve. Takes her time. She now has 22 points. 23 points, correction. Here's Aaronholtz with the ball. Back out to Rostemuth. Underneath. Once again, forcing the shot, and against these tall guards who are doing such a great job for Montezuma. 57-44. Foul is called on Gail Aaronholtz. 4 fouls on Aaronholtz. 6:21 to play. Montezuma slowly starting to open up that lead. All right. Rebound picked up by Marcia Thompson over to Songson, and a kneeing foul called on Sandy Van Cleve. It hasn't all been milk and honey up here for Montezuma in this tournament. They had to come out with some sensational play to defeat Wapsie Valley in the last 3 seconds, 89-88 in the quarterfinals. And it was Meisner that sank the goal that did it on a drive-in. So once again, as Manilla fails to score, it's Van Cleve with the ball in forecourt to Meisner. Van Cleve, and there's one of their favorite plays. 59-44. Manilla, Ehrenholz, Rasterman. Rasterman's fouled by Dalby, I believe. That'll be about 5 on Dalby. 5 on Dalby. And timeout is called by Manilla with the score. Montezuma 59, Manilla 44. During the regular season, Montezuma defeated Benton Community in the district 85-50 and West Marshall 71-64. There's Patty Rosterman shooting. It's good. They nosed out Center Point, their second game of the season, 69-67. But they kept on winning. If they win this one tonight, it'll be 61 in a row. 59-46 is the score. Meisner with the ball in forecourt over to Van Cleve. Great job of faking by Van Cleve. Look at that. Look at that motion she goes through. She now has 27 points. Gail Ehrenholz. Beautiful bank shot by Gail. 61-48. 5:28 to play. Montezuma with the ball and the lead. Watts to Van Cleve. This time she shoots it straight away over the head of Hennessy. Meisner trying to come back with a rebound shot, and she's fouled by Sonkson, number 40. 2 fouls on Sonkson. We'd like to congratulate both of these ball clubs for making it to the state finals and for getting 3 members of their collective teams on the all-state tournament team, which we'll be announcing just a few moments. Nice play there. Beautiful fast break play by Gail Ehrenholz, number 20. 62-50. 4:57 to play. Van Cleve with the basketball in along the baseline. She's fouled. Foul is called on Becky Sonkson. 3 fouls on Sonkson. Sandy Van Cleve, who was named captain of the all-state tournament team, which was selected by Press and Radio, is at the line. Other members of the forward court on the all-tournament team just announced: Sandy Van Cleve of Montezuma, Brenda Moeller of Wapsie Valley, Chris Westfall of Midland, and Barb Wishmeyer of Minneapolis. In the backcourt, Mary Minner of Montezuma, Meg Hennessy of Manila, Glenda Moeller of Wapsie Valley, Linda Goodwin of Minneapolis. And Sandy knocks the ball out of bounds. 63-50. 4:49 to play. Manilla with the ball at forecourt. Here's Ehrenholz. It'll be played in by Manilla. Patty Rosterman. Once again, Arneman takes the rebound to Mary Minner. Oberding charged with a foul. That's her first. 1-1 will now be in effect, and it's Watts at the line. First game tonight for the consolation championship, won by Minneapolis, 93 over Farragut, which had 84. We're now deciding the grand championship, and here's Meg Hennessy bringing the ball out with a score 65-50 in favor of Montezuma. And 4:29 to play. Manilla hasn't stopped fighting yet. Oberding back to Gail, and Gail puts it through the hoop. Gail Ehrenholz. Van Cleve. Meisner to Van Cleve. Great drive along the baseline, but the ball batted out of bounds. It'll be up court to Montezuma. Or correction, to Manilla. Hennessy throws it in. Marcia Thompson to Hennessy. Ball knocked out of bounds by Meisner. Sankson over to the line now. Here's Oberding with it with 3:52 to go. And once again, Arneman comes up with a tremendous defensive play. Hennessy comes up with a fine defensive play also. And Van Cleve reached across the line. So it's going to be Hennessy reached across the line. So it's going to be awarded into Montezuma. Montezuma has it. Here's Watts with the ball to Meisner. To Van Cleve. Back to Meisner. Meg Hennessy with the rebound. Marcia Thompson to Hennessy. A lot of all-tournament players, 3 of them in this game. Aaron Holtz lobs it in under. A beautiful play, but they don't get the bucket. And that's been the story of their troubles tonight. Roxanne Dalby to Arneman. Meisner to Van Cleve. Tries a hook pass in under, and Sankson comes up with a timely interception, but it doesn't do her any good because she travels with the ball. 2:59 to go. 65-52 score. And timeout is called by Montezuma, leading 65-52. Monty really started to put on the pressure, and in the last half, of course, they blew it wide open, and that's what they're doing with this one here. 65-52. They just continue that pressure on them constantly. They come at you all the time. Here's Van Cleve. Rebound Hennessy. Sankson. Foul on Dalby. I believe that'll be the end of the road for Dalby. 2:46 to play. 6 fouls on Dalby. She leads the game. She gets a well-deserved round of applause. She played a whale of a game here tonight, defensively. Debbie Stripling comes in. One-and-one shot for Rosterman. Mary Minner grabs the rebound to give him just one shot, both on free throws and from the field. Here's Van Cleve in and under, and her drive is partly blocked that time by Marcia Thompson. Van Cleve is at the line. She has 29 points. Meisner has 25. Watts with the rebound. Look at that ball go through the hoop. 68-52. 2.5 minutes to play. Oberding passes to Aaron Holtz, and the ball stolen away by Mary Minner. To Arneman. Van Cleve underneath. Look at that fast break play, and a foul called on Sankson. Becky Sankson charged with foul number 4. Meisner will go to the line. She gets 2 shots. Well, we're liable to see a lot of these schools and also Minneapolis because each team just has 2 seniors on it. Manilla with the rebound. Hennessy coming off with it. 2:09 to play, and here's Gail Aaron-Holtz in and under, and they fight for the rebound with a foul being called on Arneman. That'll put Oberding at the line. 4 fouls on Arneman. Of course, it doesn't make much difference now because Monty has the big lead with only 2:04 to play. Oberding fails to score. Vicki Oberding, ladies and gentlemen, does not have a single point in this game, and that's been one of the big differences. There's her first point of the ball game. She averaged 14 during the season. Here's Van Cleve. Gets position in behind Meg Hennessy. 70-53, a 17-point lead. Rosterman. Aaron Holtz. It's been the story of their life tonight. Rosterman comes through with one. 70-55, 15-point margin for Montezuma, 1:36 to play, and it looks like Monty has it all wrapped up here. Van Cleve with it. Van Cleve is clobbered by, no, let's see, no foul, I guess. Just blocked the shot. Here's Meisner. Another partially blocked shot. Marcia Thompson. Over to Sonksen. Now here's the fast break, and once again Mary Minner blocks the fast break attempt. Arneman and across the line to Van Cleve. Watts. Van Cleve. 1:04 to play, and there's Van Cleve. She's got her average, 33 points. She got 57 in the semis last night. Gail Ehrenholz. 72-57, 47 seconds to play. Ehrenholz with 30 points for Manilla. Watts to Meisner. They aren't afraid to put that ball up there. Van Cleve comes back. Great second effort as she puts a cripple through the hoop. 74-57, 30 seconds to play before this game becomes history. Rosterman. Now the ball is stolen away, and this should be an easy bucket. It is. Oh, Vicky Olberning. I believe that's Vicky's first field goal. It is. That's her first field goal of the ball game. 13 seconds to go. 12 seconds. They're starting to count it out in cadence. Here's Van Cleve with the ball. 4 seconds to play. 76-59. 1 second. And there's the ball game. Montezuma wins the state championship for the second straight time. We're going to be down to interview the gals, and they'll have the presentation of awards. And the final score is Montezuma 76, Manilla 59.
So it's official. Montezuma is the #1 team for the second straight year. Manilla finishes a close second. Mediapolis, the consolation winner, third. Farragut fourth. And that's the story of the 1970 Iowa Girls State Tournament. Montezuma once again showing the stuff the champions are made of by winning its second straight title. Both of these teams return virtually intact next year, as do a number of the other top clubs. So you can set your sights